What is up, YouTube? It is Matty, and we are back with a farming episode. Boom! Hit you with the blindsided. Didn't even see it coming. Yeah, so it's been an absolute age. What, probably a month since the last time I did a farming episode? I mean, I know I've been busy with my war raids and well, everything other than this really. So I'm really glad to be able to bring it to you actually, because I have been wanting to do. I just haven't had time. Well, I haven't had time to farm. Is the actual truth. The reason for that, I suppose, is because just life's getting busier, both at home. Yeah, YouTubing takes up a lot of time. So does that leading, orchestrating clan wars, doing the war attacks takes a lot of planning, and obviously building the armies. And then before you know, when you're doing if you do sort of 2 attacks in clan wars, bear in mind probably about an hour planning, 2 hours building the army, then do the attack. You know, it's sort of like 3 hours per attack really, and then 6 hours every 2 days. That's pretty much like all the farming done really, and then all the planning of the lineup and helping other people and this, that and the other. So yeah, it's a time consumer, but I'm glad I've been able to stack up some raids recently and throw them together for you. This raid's actually quite old, a good few weeks, but yeah, you can see the appeal of this one. Almost 1 million loot, and I've got. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I've got a really nice episode lined up for you. When I do these, I do them proper, and you'll see what I mean when we go back to my base and that sort of thing. So yeah, hope you're going to enjoy. I know I've kept you all waiting, so I'll just give a bit of a recap of what I've been doing really, and how life is and that. Again, just before I go into that, all my raids are done sort of in Master 3, that sort of region, so it does require a little bit of searching. Sometimes I spend 100,000 on searching, sometimes I spend 200,000, but I might find a snipe in between to sort of pay 100,000 back. So yeah, you know, you don't, if you're just trying to get walls done quickly, farming gold or something like that. But I'm trying to save up Dark Elixir as well, and go for the big raids really, because it helps my YouTube. So I've got a multi-reason to do it. I'm not saying that the M3 is the best place to farm. It's just the place I choose to do it, to try and find the big beasts, which you see here, like raids with 600,000-700,000 quite easily, then 3k Dark on top of that. This was a lovely raid. I did this the other day, and yeah. So at the moment I'm in YouTuber's War. It's been... What's up? Oh god, hold on. I think baby's been sick on the wife. It happens. Part of life. There you go. Sick all over it. I don't want to get involved in that. Where was I? So I'm currently in YouTuber's War. I was hit up by Wolf, who I think she watches my videos, and she introduced me to Brandon. Let me know that this thing was coming up. I'll be honest, I was really skeptical at first. I might have even been a bit blasé, like I'm not interested in that sort of thing. And then I thought about it, and I didn't realise who Brandon was, and now I do. Obviously, the level 300, the first person to hit level 300 in Clash of Clans, which is ridiculous, and he's just a really sound guy, so I've really got on with him, and just meeting all the other YouTubers and getting together to do an event. I have obviously had quite a break from my clan, which is the longest time I've been away from the guys for a long time, so that's it's weird. It really is. Look at the king clutching it, by the way. You'll notice my king's jumped up levels to level 27 now. Again, because I haven't been farming, haven't been able to save enough Dark Elixir to do the raids. So now that I can and have... Oh, I'm flicking through my attack log here. I must have not edited this bit out, but you could see then if you pause frame it. Again, this sort of thing, it's a snipe, but I noticed the ADs are a little bit accessible, and I thought, you know what, I might be able to push in deep enough to make this worthwhile. And you'll see by the loot that I get here. Now, I was hoping the queen was going to clutch it, and she did. She got me that Dark Elixir, which was great. On top of that, with a bit of extra gold and that sort of thing, it made this raid worthwhile. It wasn't the biggest one in here, though, by any stretch of the imagination. But I think it's because I've done the raids all sort of back to back, which is why I wanted to show them all that way. this raid, huge amount of dark on a Town Hall 9 as well, with just a shocking base layout. So you'll see, I mean, when you see my war attacks and then when you see me farm, it's night and day really. These I do spam attacks in when I'm farm. I really don't have time and the effort to plan these to great. I mean, it changed. Don't get me wrong. When I see a raid that's worth like 1 million loot, you watch me change, and you'll see me play it very much more cagey. But a lot of the times, and I'm just trying to break in and steal the dark elixir or take a few storages out and that sort of thing, I will just spam, because it's quite fun actually. It's nice to just not care that much. Now I was clearly going for the dark drills as well, so because there was 4,111 dark available here, so I was hoping my heroes were going to clutch it for me, and they actually did pretty well. You'll see here the Barbarian King and the Barbs have really sort of done their worth. Now the Queen's taking down the elixir storage, but she's untouched, which is key. So she's going to be able to take down the Tesla, and then one drill, gold storage, second drill, boom, all the dark into my bank. Thank you, sir. This is I think it's the penultimate raid before I go back to base and show you, but I have got another raid to show you there as well. But again, you see, this sort of raid, I'm going for the storages, I'm going for the dark drills, that sort of thing. So I'm just spamming a wave of it down, double or triple finger drops if you can, to make it get those loons down quickly, or just rage them all the way into the core, and you can just see the base melting away. On max bases, it doesn't go that far. So if there's a max base and it's got a clan castle, that sort of thing, yeah, I've been surprised at how quickly my loons and minions die when I'm trying to push into quite a strong base. So yeah, don't expect it to be this way all the time, is all I'm saying on that one. Just seeing if the Queen can bring anything else out from the equation. It actually looks like that was it. I was able to pull out a clutch 3-star, which is great. It doesn't happen all the time, especially on this sort of base, but just the overpowered heroes, I think. They make a huge difference. Got a few minions left, which it looks like they're going to be the ones that clean up. Queen's in as well, and that mine is down. So nice 3-star there. Huge loot, really. 21 cups as well, which always helps. So nice to be able to bring a 3-star into the mix of all these lovely raids. So I think, we've got quite a few to go, I think, actually. I don't know. So this raid, Town Hall 9, I was going to go through the bottom, and then I thought, actually, I'll probably take just as many storages if I go through the top, and I don't have to deal with the King and Queen. The King doesn't take much, but the Queen can be a pain and kill half the loons. So I thought, you know what, just raging through the top, see what damage you can do. And you can see, again, the spam attacks working like a treat. I only had 2 rage spells. If I'd have had 3, it'd have been a lot nicer, actually, because I'd have just done 1 over all 4 of those Teslas, and it would have worked really, really nicely. But in the end, the Queen started killing them all. I think she did go down eventually to the minions, but the sort of the damage was already done. I was just seeing what else I could get, really, in terms of the storages. The King's trying to break through. But I don't think he's going to be able to get anything. The Queen, though, has got herself into a nice little position, so I'll let the raid play out. We'll get the Town Hall. We might be able to get another storage, or a part of a storage at least. It's hard to say at this stage. The Town Hall looks like it's about to go down. I'm a bit far away from my laptop screen, so I can't really see it. I say laptop screens because I've got it mirrored while I do my recording. That's the way it works. Unfortunately, the King, she was just in rage of the King, and he was able to finish her off. But look at the loot; it was very nice. And this is the last raid before we go back to base. So when I saw this, I was like, right, okay, let's do this properly. Let's get the CC lore. It was only 5 archers or whatever in there, so I thought, why not? Let's just wipe it. It's a pretty easy base to take down. Especially a Town Hall 8 with one of his ADs down. I mean, you couldn't ask for this. It's like huge loot for a Town Hall 8. So then you don't need to plan this that much. I mean, it's a Town Hall 8. You're gonna wreck it. So just loons and mins down. Do you need the heroes? Not really. Did I use them? No. I did use all my rage spells though, which I don't think I needed. I probably could have at least got away with just using 2 of them if I'd have planned it right, but they did alright. They secured me the win, and that's what I wanted, really. So happy with that. Anyway, guys, I'm going to flick back to base now, and we're going to go see what's going on back there. And here we go, you guys. We are back to base. So firstly, you can see the amount of loot I've got. So I'm going to be able to do 2 lavas, which is great, and I'll also be able to show you the latest live raid. Some other trucker larlooned me and took took a huge amount of loot, which was annoying. So then I went Kaioken and just took more of someone else. Look at that! What an amount. This is only like 20 minutes ago I found this loot, and I was like, right, okay, that's it. I'm making sure I edit this episode now and get it up and out there. So where did I even start with this base? I thought, I'm not going to go for the town hall because I really don't care that much. I want the loot. So I sort of started doing an anti-clockwise, sort of from the town hall around, really. That was my plan, and you can see I'm just targeting the defences. I'm just trying to get those air defences dead, and all the others that go along with it, because it's a dead base, with no exposed arch towers and air defences, it's gonna be, I should be able to get all the loot, really, and that's what I was going for. So you can just see how I'm systematically moving around the base with my loons, dropping some minions behind to start getting the cleanup going. Getting the queen's going to be key here as well. So I think I reinforced with a few extra minions in a minute, and the queen does get dead because the minions were in rage as well. Now, I decided early on I was going to use all the rages, because when you find a base like this, what's the point in holding back just a few spells for the loot that's available on it? You can see I've already pretty much taken all the gold, and look at that. Now there's that cannon up there, but the rest of the defences are almost gone. That wizard tower, if that can go down now, that's going to be really clutch, I think, and it does. So you can see here that with now the loons just taking down the last straggling defences, they're all going to start swooping in, and as the loons move closer to the town hall, I'm dropping the minions in to finish those collectors to make sure I get those as well. And at this point the most of the loot's gone, so these storages are just a little bonus. The loons are congregating around the town hall, and they're going to try and go for it. They didn't quite make it though, unfortunately, but the minions came in and tried to help clean up. Now that Larloon was pretty key, because and the reason I pointed it out is because the person that Larlooned me killed my king and queen, so they're both sleeping at the moment, and if I'd had either of those I could have got the 3-star, which would have been even better. But to be fair, 500,000 gold, 459 elixir trophies, and walking away happy, I ain't complaining. So that's that. My king and queen are still sleeping. Look, still 20 minutes and 16 minutes to go. Just to finish up the video and get this going now, I have got, and I just need to do 2 more lavas, so 1 there and 1 there. So what I've done is I've done the middle bit, and then I've done the whole of the outside round here, and then I've done the whole of the outside round here, and then I've started coming round this one. So I've almost done 3 out of 4. And just to clarify how much I've actually done, if I remove all, I've done 85 lavas and I've got 165 Legos to go. So I think that means I'm over the halfway mark, over the third, sorry, which is great. So I'm just going to keep going until I feel it's time to move it to Town Hall 10. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this episode. Not any heroes to upgrade yet. I need to save up more Dark Elixir. But yeah, it's been quite action packed, so I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Peace.